Best regards to the brave heroes and charming heroines. My name is Anna Shalnova and I am a community manager of the game Guild of Heroes. There is an update ahead which will bring with it a new region and a cycle of mini-events. The release of the region, the City of Angels, is associated not only with the new locations and monsters, but also with the new superset and abilities. We will definitely have a look at them in detail. I will try to show the possibilities of abilities partly on locations and partly when training a mercenary. I've turned off the X2 mode on purpose so that you can better see all the effects. As always, I want to be laconic as possible and save your time. Let's divide the review into two parts: a region with abilities and mini-events, where I will talk about new sets. But at first, let's talk about something else. The player's maximum experience level has increased from 410 to 470. The 47th generation of runes was replaced by 48th. They can be obtained on the new floors of the Tower of Trials. Level 61 health potions increased to 63. The levels of Jeweler and Star Altar have also increased. If you remember, the region, or more precisely its absence, prevented us from growing the Phoenix to its maximum values. But now you can return to the pet and feed him. New gear is also available for pets, which can be obtained from the Floating Isles and the store. So we proceed to the first part of review and open the map. In my opinion, the region looks fantastic. You can't even say that there are evil monsters hiding inside, fallen angels who will try to kill us. Raindrops look very cool on one of the locations. Pay attention to this, especially if you like rain like me. In the dungeons of the region, you can get parts of previous supersets. And on the locations themselves, new abilities, slots for affixes are empty. You can get them from the white mage. As usual, a warrior has 7 of them, and a mage and an archer have 8. They, like in the past, generate and spend raid charges. I will attach a link to the presentation with abilities in the info box, where I will divide them into classes and spending generating raid charges. Hopefully this will make the choice of skills clearer for you. Now we will take a quick look at them and see their work at locations with monsters and in battles with our permanent PvP guy, who has also dressed up in new supersets, got the new skills, and also changes them by choosing different classes. We have no choice but to envy him and of course defeat him too. I chose a warrior as my original class. Please don't be strict about the choice of skills. I have been playing as a mage for 2 years or so. It seems to me that I've chosen them well. Perhaps I'm in a hurry with conclusions. So I've chosen 3 skills for generating raid charges and 2 for spending them. You can see their description on your screens, and if necessary, tap pause to read them. But I remind you, you still have the abilities presentation. 2 skills for receiving and spending charges I left in the inventory. I am attracted by the Radiant Defense skill, which increases defense and gives blindness to the opponent. What do you think about this skill, warriors? I took the Shield of Terror by analogy with the Fear skill from the mage. I used it for a very long time. It's hard to judge its usefulness, but the stun and horror it provides at first glance seem to be good bonuses during any combat. At locations, the effects of skill look spectacular, as well as the effect of the set. And judging by the fight with our famous PvP guy, their work is also not bad. Of course, you will be able to evaluate them yourself. So we will look at skills for other classes. Archers and their 8 skills. We have 5 skills creating charges and 3 completely spending them. The rain of arrows, the dash and the shadow are still in business. It seems to me that all archers use the shadow ability. Correct me if this is not true. I would like to believe that the new shadow will live up to expectations. I know that some of the archers use the dash. It has also been updated. Now it applies flammability and restores the arrows in the quiver. Of course, it will be possible to choose the right combination of skills only after a while, after battles in the regatta, arena and in wars, of course. We will be waiting for your feedback on them. No one will be able to tell which of the new skills are the most successful better than you, experienced players who have been playing for the chosen class for years. I want to repeat again that their visual effects are excellent. And our dessert is mage skills. Here we have 4 skills creating and 4 spending raid charges. My mage now has 3 auras, a hammer and the daggers. What kind of replacement do game designers offer us? The skill of fear is still in place, only its properties are different. Instead of daggers we have spikes, but now they spend charges instead of creating them. Lightning hounds look interesting. The axe became fiery, or still spent all raid charges. Judging by the description of the fear skill, I would like to try it again, although I fight without using it for 4 months or so, using only auras, which quite successfully cope with opponents in close combat. But let's not forget about the updated skills for the warriors. Perhaps the auras will not cope as before, you need time to check. I gave up on the comet skill for a long time, although I can't say that I had complaints about its work. Are there any mages who are watching me now who use the comet skill? It seems that for the 3rd time I will remind you about the presentation with skills, and from the beautiful views and effects we are moving to the good old mini events. Since this format is familiar to you, I will briefly say that the event tabs remain the same. You fight, get points and torches for the catacombs. The catacombs contain a new generation of runes, which I think is a very attractive reward. In the rewards tab, there are various resources for upgrading and of course a 4 stars part of the set. Parts of the set and other goodies can still be purchased in the event store. Expeditions have skills inside, including new ones. Becoming a leader among others, you can get a weapon by gaining the required number of points faster than others, as before. Reaching the top of the season will provide you with new avatars. You can get new supersets from the 188 power level in mini-events. Each mini-event has its own part of the set and its own battle mode. Let's take a closer look at the new sets. Again, speaking about the visual part, the appearance of the set inspires to hide the skin. All classes look interesting. Set bonuses are still divided into 3 parts. The warrior set provides protection against slowdowns as well as temporary invulnerability from control effects and a cooldown bonus. Set of the archer increases the volume of the quiver and also allows you to restore arrows and gain protection. Set of the mage protects against critical hits and allows you to create a shield around the hero for the reflection of projectiles. So this is where my review ends. I wish you a perfect combination of new abilities and a new set. See you in Greyhaven.